Not every person we call a friend leads our heart toward goodness. I've noticed something over the years. We rarely think about how deeply people shape our inner life. We speak with someone, spend time together, share moments, and it feels ordinary, familiar, harmless. But the heart always reacts. It always absorbs something, and not every influence leads us toward what is good. There are people who lift us, and there are people who quietly weaken us. There are those who help the soul grow, and those who slowly pull it away from peace. And if I want to live honestly, I must learn to see this difference. When I look back at my own life, I see how certain people helped me become stronger. They didn't preach, didn't pressure, didn't try to remake me. They simply lived with sincerity, with kindness, with a quiet respect for others. Being near them made my heart calmer. I wanted to be more honest, more patient, more attentive. Their presence itself was a kind of gentle guidance. These are the people who lift us. They don't demand anything. They don't drain our strength. They don't bring confusion. They simply help us become better by the way they live. But I've also known the opposite. There are people who speak beautifully, who smile, who seem supportive, yet after spending time with them, my heart felt heavier. Something inside became unsettled. I felt more irritated, more doubtful, less grounded, as if their inner restlessness had quietly entered my own soul. These people didn't shout, didn't insult, didn't openly harm, but their presence carried a kind of spiritual weight that slowly weakened me. And if I stayed close to them for too long, I began to lose myself. I've learned that friendship is not about how long we've known someone, or how often we meet, or how many memories we share. Friendship is about what happens inside the heart after being with a person. If I walk away calmer, that is a friend. If I walk away heavier, that is not. If someone helps me return to honesty, that is a friend. If someone leads me toward irritation, toward judgment, toward inner noise, that is not. The heart always knows. It always reacts. It always reveals the truth. There are people who strengthen us even in silence. They don't need to say much. Their presence itself is a reminder of what is good. They help us grow without forcing anything. They help us stand without pushing. They help us see clearly without lecturing. These are the people who lift the soul. But there are also people who weaken us quietly. They may be charming, interesting, funny, even kind in their own way, but their influence is not good. They bring tension. They stir doubt. They make us feel smaller. They pull us away from peace. Sometimes they don't even realize it. Sometimes they are simply living out their own pain. But the effect is the same. The heart loses clarity. And if I stay close to them for too long, I begin to resemble them. I've learned that the heart becomes like the people around it. If I stay close to peaceful people, I become more peaceful. If I stay close to angry people, I become more restless. If I stay close to honest people, I become more sincere. If I stay close to those who live in judgment, I begin to judge. If I stay close to those who live in emptiness, I begin to feel empty. This is not philosophy. This is simply how the soul works. So who should I call a friend? Someone who helps me grow, someone who respects my inner life, someone who doesn't bring confusion, someone who doesn't weaken my heart, someone who doesn't pull me away from what is good. A friend is someone whose presence makes me want to be a better person. A friend is someone who helps me return to honesty and peace. A friend is someone who doesn't destroy the quiet clarity inside. And who should I not call a friend? Someone who brings tension, someone who stirs doubt, someone who makes me feel smaller, someone who leads me toward irritation, someone who pulls me away from peace, someone who drains my strength instead of lifting it. Even if they seem kind, even if they seem close, even if we have a long history, if their influence weakens the soul, it is not friendship. I've learned that choosing friends is a spiritual decision. It shapes the heart. It shapes the future. It shapes the person I become. And if I want to live honestly, I must choose those who help me rise, not those who quietly break me, not those who pull me downward, not those who make my heart heavier, but those who help me walk toward clarity, toward goodness, toward peace. Friendship is a gift, but not every person is meant to enter the inner life. Some people come into our life to teach us caution. Some come to teach us boundaries. Some come to teach us discernment. But true friends, they help the soul breathe. They help the heart stand. They help the person grow. And I want to stay close to those who lift me, because the heart becomes like the people it loves. And I want my heart to become better.